2022,
Hustle.
an Adam Sandler banger. What did
It's
you
an
think
Adam
of this
Sandler,
film?
an Adam Sandler joint. I kind of loved it. I kind of liked
I
it
kind
a
of did
ton.
too. I kind of loved it as well. I mean, we're getting more of these. There seems to be a bit of a resurgence with, the 80s, 90s style sports movie. It's shut your brain off. It's wholehearted. It's simple. The sports look good. There's an obstacle and there's an achievement. We've got multiple workout montages
that are good.
We got some funny quips along
I thought it was really funny. I thought Sandler and
Juancho
Bo Cruz. I thought they had good banner. I thought it was honestly, I thought it was great. I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
I think as we talked about with Tin Cup, a lot of these movies where they fall short is the sports look bad. The good thing is all the guys doing the sports are professional players of sport, and it looks awesome.
So many NBA players in this fucking movie.
Incredible.
So many. As a guy that is like a crazy basketball fan, like if you're like really into it, you recognized almost every person in this fucking movie. Like even the trainers are all real basketball trainers. There were guys from the And One mixtape tour that were playing him.
That was sick.
The fucking professor,
like helping him train and stuff. Yeah, that was cool.
Bone collector competed in the Boa Challenge.
That was one of my favorite parts. Owens. That was one of my favorite parts. That and the training they incorporated kind of like the street ball and one guy. That was so good.
The professor. Are you kidding me?
It was
Emeka
incredible.
Okafor's in this movie for a second at the very beginning. Just guys I wasn't anticipating seeing. They got Dr. J in this fucking movie.
I got a question. Who was the initial guy where Sandler finds him and he's playing one-on-one with this little smaller guard? Is that anyone?
The little smaller guard.
That he plays for money, like the first time when he plays in the boots.
Oh, I don't think it was. Not anyone that I knew, if it was.
Okay, same. I didn't know if I missed something there.
Maybe. Well, the other thing is maybe it could have been a foreign guy because, like, whenever he goes to play in Spain, all those guys are real guys that play on the Spanish national teams. Jose Calderon.
That was so cool. Great touch. It was a great touch.
It was his brother, Willie Hernan Gomez.
Yep.
Alex Abrinas, if you remember, had a cup of coffee in the league. I could just talk about these cameos. That could be the entire discussion here. Boban, guy's a showstopper. Just steals the show whenever he's in it.
Incredible.
The comedic timing on this guy. He's got an Andre the Giant
do we want to
post career in him? I think.
Is there anything like story wise you want to talk about, like Brady? Anything, or you just want to ignore pretty much everything and just like talk about fun stuff?
Like, I think it was really well done. Like it's 2 hours. It felt like it flew by.
I agree. I didn't realize it was that long.
Didn't feel like there was any wasted time, really. I was invested. It got to the point, did not belabor the point. But at the same time, it left a lot of space for the guys to do some actual acting and have some emotional stakes. Like Sandler's great in this movie. I think some of the dialogue is a little kind of sometimes if I had to make a note. There's a little dialogue, but I mean, he's such a good goddamn actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
The career flip that he's had since Uncut Gems, and he was always a good actor because, like, go back to Punch Drunk Love, whatever. He was always a good actor. Yeah. He just had a very long stretch of choosing not to do that.
Why did he do that? Just to get in a bunch of money? Why do you make all those really bad, like, dumb...
I think he just likes to go on trips with his friends to Hawaii.
Not even like grown-ups, because like there's a part of that where like, oh, that's a mindless kind of ha-ha watch, but just like
Jack and Jill
and like
I don't know.
Sandy Wexler and like
I don't know.
Although maybe I think some people might have liked that. I don't know.
But I think there is a bit of something too that he had so many bad ones that people assumed everyone that was coming out was bad without seeing him. Not to say some of them aren't really bad, but they probably all weren't as bad as we thought they were.
Yeah. I thought he was great. Sandler was awesome. What do you think of Juancho? I think
they wrote it perfectly for him. They wrote him as a quiet sort of, like
True. It doesn't work
not
if
outgoing
he's
type.
like
They didn't ask him to do too much, but I mean, I was cool with it because like he plays like the strong silent type, and it works. Like his character works. He doesn't have to do too much, but he has the little emotional hits here and there that he needs. I mean, he cries in a scene. I was impressed with that. Like, he
he does.
legitimately
He did
tears
cry.
coming down his face.
Where did this come from? Do you know of any history of him being like into this type of
No
stuff?
idea.
Any past? I
Should
don't
have
know.
looked some of that up.
You know what kind
I
of
mean,
fucks me
the
up?
thing is, like, this is like just the Giannis story, basically. It's like what we're doing here. It seems like kind of to an extent. I mean, not word for word,
Yeah.
but like it's very similar.
You know what kind of gets to me? You know what kind of fucks me up? Is that with the following that we do of the NBA and the knowledge of the NBA that we have, we know that Juancho Hernangomez is not an elite. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
I know.
you watch the highlights, you're like, look at this guy. You're like, I don't know. Looks pretty bang fucking average. You're like, this guy's Scottie Pippen. No, he's not.
I know how he plays, and he's not.
And like, but
You know-
even the stuff they're showing you, it's like, it doesn't look like what you're saying it looks like.
And they did a good job of it getting better. You know, like he was kind of clunky-ish, and he does kind of sharpen it up as they're like training the montage
I
and
think
stuff.
the argument that he is this supreme athlete is what they should have kept him to. Like, he's a good passer, he's a good shooter,
below the rim, like passer,
if he's not
shooter.
an elite athlete, we shouldn't be saying that that's what he is.
And I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. Like it wasn't like, wow, this is like a disaster.
It's like me being someone that watches too much basketball saying that, like an absolute nitpick. Most people were like, yeah, he's dunking it and shooting it and like doing all the basketball stuff. Pretty good.
We might have buried the lead here. Anthony Edwards.
A fucking revelation in this goddamn movie. The first line when he fucking leans down to him and talks shit, he's like, oh my God. Like,
Anthony Edwards is a superstar. Like, we know this prior to this movie. Like, he is in the media, is hilarious. All of it is an awesome player, obviously. He's incredible and just a great villain, just an awesome fucking arrogant asshole. He's so good.
Such an asshole.
I
hated him so much.
I hated him.
One thing that I watched this with my girlfriend, and I think like that stuff at the end. Would any player actually say that shit to another player? You think if you didn't know
about his kid,
like fucking his mom and shit? Probably not, right? That's probably a little far. Like the other stuff, like buddying up to him and be like, "Hey, good luck, buddy." Oh, ole, bitch. Fuck,
that's so good. Yeah, I think the stuff with the kid. I mean, that's like the like push him over the edge, and he pushes him. Like there's really what else you go to get him to that spot. I guess they really only had one choice there. But yeah, I think no one really says that, especially to like in a combine scrimmage with people you don't know, like other draftees. Seems like a weird move. What did Michaela think of it? She watched it with you?
She liked it. I mean, again, like none of the basketball stuff was too much. Like it was very balanced. Like as a guy that watches basketball, all of it was really well done, and I get it, but I don't think you had to really understand any of that to get a feel for what was happening at any point in time.
No. Yeah, it's really, really good. I like it a lot.
Ben Foster as like the shithead owner GM.
Ooh, yeah,
fires him or he quits.
Too.
He did a good job. I've never seen him bald. Not a good look on Ben, I don't think. Looks better with hair.
Yeah, I didn't really consider that, but yeah, he didn't look good. I thought nitpick him, like the decisions that his character make no sense. Like him being the owner, and him just being like ignoring the people. Or like, I guess people like owners do that a lot. I don't know.
You're saying
like, why wouldn't
the
he
villain character?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like he's just an asshole to Sandler, and like I don't know. I get it needs to happen for the movie. I just like he's your lead scout, and you're like, we just listen to him. I don't know.
Yeah,
he just doesn't want to take him. He just won't. I don't know.
Yeah,
but it has to happen, and he did a good job being an asshole. I didn't like him.
I mean, Anthony Edwards. I can't get over how good he was. Like, it's a meme that he says this. Maybe he just is good at literally everything. He's not bad at anything he's ever done. It's perfect. He was so good.
And the perfect player to just style him with like dunks and all the wild shit that they had him doing just looked incredible.
Boy.
We didn't talk Mo Wagner, the other prospect.
He's been on like a lot of podcasts. I was expecting him to be in this movie more. He was not in it for very long, and he spoke German the whole time.
No, yeah, he was not that. He was just like another prospect that
he was a bust.
Bust, yeah.
They fucked up. Here's one of my biggest gripes of the whole movie.
Okay.
They didn't have a scene of him getting drafted. I needed that. Or is the assumption that he didn't get drafted?
Oh no, he got drafted. He just shows up on the Celtics. We don't know where he got drafted. We don't know.
But there could be the assumption that he got signed and didn't get drafted. But like, that seems like that was just screaming for a scene of him getting drafted. Like, I think they thought maybe there was like a little, build the drama. It goes to black. You don't know what happens, and then it cuts to him on the Celtics.
You think? Yeah, it's kind of left. You think he might play for the Philly, and then he's on the other team. He's kind of a
they didn't telegraph it at all, with Brad Stevens having his one great line reading of, "Who is this guy? We really need to get him up to Boston."
We're going to talk. Who are your other favorites? Boban and Anthony Edwards were awesome.
Brad Stevens was bad, but it was very funny to me. It was so...
I also want to do our worst, because I have my worst by a fucking mile.
It's not Brad Stevens?
No, he's second worst.
Is it someone that has like a similar length role, or someone with a bigger role that you didn't like?
Similar length role.
Ooh.
One of the best players in the NBA.
One of the best players in the NBA.
When they're doing the BOA challenge and he's locking all these people up.
Oh, Luka? Yeah.
Well, Luka had the worst reading of his line of all time. It's the most unnatural, terrible. I'm reading this off a prompter. It's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it came and went. So like that
it was over time. It was, they weaved it into
a bunch of
noise
going on.
Yeah,
it's pretty easy to miss. Like, I didn't clock that really. I was just like, this is all kind of cringy. And then, well, I mean, you could also put like Iverson did the exact same thing, and it was also like,
true, it was bad.
It's unrealistic. Allen Iverson posting a social media video regarding a viral trend of an unknown prospect. Probably not going to happen.
Dude, he loves growing the game. He loves the young bucks. I think that was a cool wrinkle. I think using like his daughter's ability to like videography, like her interest in that, and like getting her interested into basketball with building his hype. I thought that was really cool. Using Dr. J. I thought that was so awesome. It was like a guerrilla, like Streets of Spain, like gritty type of stuff. I mean,
if I nitpicked, the issue would be like that would never work. That would never like that
get people excited.
Well, they looked it up, and he like had the assault charge, and he basically couldn't get into the combine. And then he does this viral challenge, and based on this viral challenge, where he's playing against fucking pedestrians, and he plays against Tobias Harris once. They're like, now I want him to be on my NBA team. I don't think that would happen.
Well, they wanted him at the combine, not on the NBA team yet.
Well, regardless, I don't think we could find a no-name prospect, make some viral videos of him, and he would get an invite to the combine. I think you need to.
Yeah, probably not. But I like the idea.
But
I thought it was a good idea.
Unimportant. Again, a nitpick.
Thought it was fun. I thought it was. It was good.
Oh, Kenny Smith, very good. Has a pretty big role. Does a good job as the agent.
He is arguably like, after Queen Latifah and the two leads, and he's like the fourth or fifth biggest role in this movie.
Yeah, does a great job. I would expect nothing less. I
thought I thought he was a hair stiff, but overall good.
Yeah, and for me, it's just hard. It's like the whole time, like, that's Kenny Smith.
Yeah,
when he's not playing Kenny Smith, it's just like, that's Kenny Smith. Look at Kenny Smith.
Like, I know Juancho is not like a number 2 pick in the draft. I just know he's not. Kenny. That's just
the other
Kenny
thing is
Smith
like
I'm
I
looking
know
at.
nothing about his personality, which helps. Like I've never heard him speak, which helps. Like he could be Bo
True.
Cruz. I
That's
don't
true.
know. Kenny Smith, I've heard speak hundreds and hundreds of hours, which
True. That's a good point. It's a good
hurts
point.
him a little. Dirk, funny cameo on the FaceTime.
Funny
Pretty
cameo.
good. Pretty decent. Pretty decent.
I have a question. I thought it was cool when he got to be the assistant coach and he walks out with Doc Rivers and he's on the court. What are the logistics of filming that? They just like after a game they do that, or what's the deal there?
I mean, no, they probably just came in on an off day. Like they probably CGI'd in all the fans. Like that shot of him sitting on the bench probably wasn't during a real game.
Yeah, I didn't take in the
Him
fan
walking out. I'm
perspective.
trying to think of like what exactly the.
I bet they
I would
filmed
bet-
him walking out. I don't know.
Maybe could have been. I don't know.
I'm
Not
trying to remember. I thought it looked okay. Like they might have. Yeah, it could have just been a. It's so like what they can do with.
It was
an empty
a
gym
very tight
is
shot.
wild.
You didn't get a huge.
True, that's true. It was tight. It was tight.
I would bet the fans are CGI'd in if I had to guess.
I think you're right.
Would be cool if that wasn't the case, but
Cool
that
to
would
do
be
it
my guess.
practical, but now that I think about it, it was a lot of real punched in shots.
Mhm.
I bet they walked out. I bet he came out of the tunnel with them and like milled around on the bench.
Yeah, probably, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I like this movie. I would watch it
I
again.
thought it was so enjoyable. I would 100%. I bet there'd be stuff I missed, like just cameo stuff.
Here's one. Robert Duvall, who plays the original owner, is he doing a good job of acting, or is he just so old he's actually about to die?
He
One or
looked
the other.
dead. He looked dead alive.
Sounded dead.
He looked like he was stuffed.
Is it good acting, or is he? I mean,
Good
Robert's
makeup
pretty
and-
old. Robert's pretty old.
He looked bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one that was.
On the doorstep of death was not out of the question for that character.
Understood the assignment.
My word.
Oh, how many times are they going to hint that we're going to hear about what happened to his hand? They showed his
that was
hand
tough.
a million fucking
That
times.
That was tough.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't the most psychologically challenging film by any means.
No, you didn't really have to dig in and sink your
I mean, they could have just held up a screen and be like, "Hey, his hand's fucked up. Do you
He'll
see
come
his
into-
hand? The
come into play
hand.
later.
Something
See
they're
his-
going to talk about his goddamn hand."
You want to know how I got these scars?
Ooh, here's the other big miss. The draft scene. He's on the Sixers. We don't get Joel Embiid in this movie.
Yeah, I know.
Would
I
have
thought that was,
loved an Embiid cameo.
and that's shocking that he's like Mr. Social Media. He's Mr. Stunning.
Maybe
He
the-
wasn't involved.
Maybe the price was too high. I mean, who's the highest caliber star in this? Luka, right?
Luka makes a cameo. AI, Dr. J, but like current
AI,
players, Trey Young. Trey Young's in the end.
Trae Young is in it. Chris Middleton is in it.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else is kind of a role player, right? There's
Tobias
like
Harris, Jordan Clarkson,
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry. Yep.
But then
Aaron Gordon doesn't
Aaron
talk.
Gordon. But yeah, everyone else is either a retired.
I would do it
or-
for free. Like they're like Joel.
Yeah, it seems like it would just be fun. And like they're at their actual facility. Like you could just.
It would be
it's
like
not-
an hour and a half. Like you would.
Yeah.
It's stunning. He wasn't in.
Would have loved to see him in it. Would have added a nice element.
Yeah. Yeah. Really would have. Really would have.
Sad.
Hate to see it. Yeah, not too much else to say. Really enjoyable. What'd you think of Queen Latifah?
She's good. She's fine. Serviceable. Got
Sure.
the job done.
Yeah.
His whole movie is just like, just got the
Pretty
job
good.
done. You just,
Pretty fine.
You just did the job. A workman-like performance from this film.
Did you think the training montage was a little long?
Wasn't there more than one? Am I mistaken in that? Maybe it was that long that it felt like more than one.
I think it was that long. Like I was like,
a lot of drills.
You're gonna hurt this guy.
A lot of running up that hill.
Jesus Christ. We get it.
Minute 45. He nailed it. He got it.
Jeez. Yeah. Overall, really enjoyable though.
Wancho, when he shows legitimate emotion, he gets angry when he finds out that Sandler was lying to him. Pretty good.
He is okay. He's decent.
Pretty good.
I'm into it. Do you know what this is? What would you rate it? Do you know what what people are saying about it?
I have no idea. I mean, as far as I can tell, everyone's kind of thinks the same thing. Like, I don't think anyone thinks this is like an
Hustle.
Oscar movie, but everyone's like, pretty good.
Ooh.
I would bet the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is like really high.
Well, guess what the two scores are? Don't look.
Audience, I'm gonna guess is an 87. Critic,
Okay.
I will say, is a 69.
Audience score 93.
Yeah.
Critic score 92.
Wow. It's pretty good.
I like it a lot.
It's pretty good.
I feel like I'm vindicated. I feel like we're not in the wrong here. I think it's really enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, I'd give it an 82.
Sure, I think that's fair.
B minus movie. It's a B minus movie. You could watch way worse shit.
Yeah, really enjoyable. Like you said, a non-basketball fan you watched it with enjoyed it too. It's fun for the whole family.
I think
you really don't.
Know, it fits into the pantheon of like sports movies that are just like, just good sports movies.
Yeah,